Let's say you can have a meaningful life by adopting responsibility, but it's a heavy load. You gotta be awake and alert and on your feet and moving towards something difficult. You have to have some self-control, and you have to sacrifice in the present so that the future is better. It's complex. You have to integrate a lot. And when you take on some responsibility, your life has meaning. Think, I want a meaningful life. It's like maybe you do. If you're willing to take on the responsibility, what's the alternative? Well, to garner a lot of unearned sympathy for your victimization position. You're quite different from other people, and you shouldn't be comparing yourself to them because they're not like you. You know, they don't have your family, they don't have your temperament, they don't have your troubles, they don't have your abilities. The only person that has those is you. And this is why one of the rules, I think it's rule 4, is compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not to who someone else is today and see. That's a game you can win because you could be a little better today than you were yesterday. And that's a good thing. You're a little better. That's a good thing. And you know, no doubt there are some things that you could improve. You know, if you sit and meditate for any length of time about what you're not doing optimally, answers will spring to mind. You know, you could be getting up earlier, you could be watching YouTube less, comparing yourself to who you are now. That's a game you can win. And like, I've seen this be effective in many, many cases in my clinical practice. For example, it's like you take stock of where you are, you know, what your advantages are and what your disadvantages are, and then you start with a little humility on the path of incremental improvement, and, you know, incremental improvement compounds. And so you can get a long ways, and then it's, you see, because trajectory in some sense is more important than position for human beings. I mean, if you're starving to death and deal, that's not the situation that I'm describing, but, you know, if you've got the bare necessities of life, and so you're not surrounded by absolute privation, what you really want is to see that you're on an uphill path. You know, something that's got the right slope, and you can start anywhere on that path, and you can improve 0.5% a day or 0.25% a day, and you think, well, that